Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Liz and welcome back to Project Ozone 2. In the last episode, we were finishing up basically our final prep before heading to the moon, which is what we're going to be doing today. So, yeah, we're heading to the moon. And I need to put a void upgrade on the rail lines. Alright, cool. So I have started working on this bottom platform, which is where we're going to have a couple of things, and we need these guys. We're going to need, let's see, what are we going to want to take with us? Portal guns could also work. As a backup, we're going to use a portal gun, just to make sure that we can get back here. So, left click once we get to the moon, and we should be able to get back, no problem. We're going to hold a lot of stuff into this golden bag of holding, such as putting our charm of dislocation. You must shift right click. There we go. So we'll need that for the moon. We're going to be putting this guy down over here, and we'll put that on a block of like moon rock or something like that. And let's see, what are we going to need? We're going to need a rocket. We're going to need our fuel canister. We're going to need torches. We're going to want to go ahead and put those in there. And we're going to want a lot of blocks so that we can build up a base. So, and then if we can get another empty canister, that would be nice. I don't remember how to make the empty canisters. Is it difficult? It is a lot of tin, compressed tin, which you don't have much of. So, we're not going to worry about it. It's just a little bit of excess fuel. So, here's what we need to do. We also need to run power over to this guy, don't we? I forgot about that part. So we'll give that guy fuel. We need some sort of power source. Let's see. Can we just get a generator? I've got some generators, some extra generators just kind of lying around. And we have plenty of, what is it called? Yeah, sulfur dust. That'll work. So we should be able to just put this guy... I guess that's the power line. No. Magnet's still on. No, it's not. Let's go ahead and turn the magnet back on. Is it potentially underneath that it needs power? No. Okay. So evidently we just need a power line in between them. So let's take all that out. And we'll put that down, and we'll grab some conduits. So basically what's gonna happen is we need to get as much stuff ready and prepped for going to the moon as we can. That is not where that goes. There we go. So we probably don't need this. Let's find out. You have a little bit of power. If I put this in, it's fueling it up. Perfect. Alright, and then we should be able to go ahead and put our rocket down, and it will load fuel. Load fuel. Perfect. We have oxygen, we have everything here, including parachute. I think we're pretty much ready to go. So all we need to do, we have the empty canister. We're going to keep that with us. We're going to put anything important in here. We're going to want our crossbow. We're not going to need a lot of the stuff. We'll keep the quest book on us and our magnet. And basically anything we don't need is going to go in here. We're going to keep the stone here, and then we're going to take a bunch of cobblestone. I think we have a good bit of cobblestone. So we're not only taking a bunch of this just to build with, but also just to have. It's good to have blocks. So I think this is pretty much everything we need. We have the charms of dislocation. Let's just double check. The charms of dislocation, so we can get back to the overworld, and then we'll bound one in our base. Alright, cool. So I think we're pretty much ready to go. Let's just hope that there's enough fuel in here. And you know what, let's actually get more fuel in it. I don't know how much fuel we need, but more fuel would not hurt. So where is the fuel? This guy, right? Yeah. And we'll head to the moon. So the quest is to go to the moon, and we need to do a couple of things there. So is it gonna load more? Let's look at the quest book real quick. So we need to go to the moon, and that's big reactor. Oh no, yeah, that's galactic craft. We need to go to the moon, and we need to kill the evolved skeleton boss and get a treasure that has the blueprints for the next rocket. Now this is kind of luck. There's a couple other things that it could be, but it looks like this guy is full of fuel. So are we ready to go? I guess so. Let's see, we have all that. Our cat ears, our speed belt. We should be relatively safe on the moon. It's just a matter of getting back, but we should be okay. So let's see. I want to see our inventory. Our fuel is completely full. Alright, so we should be good to go. I think if we shift, we can get out. Then we have to go back to F5. I want to make sure. I don't think these clouds will affect it, but they might. But it looks like this is actually a really good spot for it. So I do believe it is time to lift off. Alright, well, here goes to nothing. We have oxygen. Our oxygen tanks are full. Oxygen gear, oxygen mask. Everything is good. Alright, let's do this. So, yeah, we're gonna head to space. And it's kind of a cool little effect. I don't think there's much we have to do. But 3, 2, 1, lift off. Cool. So, we're heading to the moon. And this is the first step in getting a lot of things. This galactic craft blocks so much of the progression in this mod pack. Most notably, it blocks basically anything you want to do in applied logistics. And the circle of rainbow is based on the camera, I do believe. That's why that is like that. So when we're like down on the platform, you'll see like half rainbow all the time. Yeah, it's because it's based on the camera. But we are getting close to space. Here soon it will put us into a menu, and we can select our destination and all that kind of fun stuff. We can really only go to the moon with this rocket, which is kind of whatever. It's fine. So we need to click here, click again, and we can go to the moon. Let's launch. And now we are going to the moon. So, we have a nice little space lander. We'll need to slow down. Don't want to enter too fast or else we will explode. And hopefully it is... I think it just crashed. Did we crash? We crashed. Be right back. Alright, sorry about that crash. Not entirely sure why. It just probably too much rendering, all that kind of stuff with recording and anything. Just didn't like it. So, as you can see, unfortunately, it is night here on the moon, which means we're gonna need to act fast. So, once we land, we're gonna run away a little bit and try to keep our stuff intact. So. Creepers is what worries me the most. Let's grab that. And we're going to fly up, straight up for a little bit. The blizzes, ironically, are dying. Let's go ahead and kill the creepers that are in the immediate vicinity. And as you can see, we are now on the moon. So... Ow. Footsteps leave marks and all that kind of stuff. We also have some fuel in here we can grab out. And then we can break the space lander. It doesn't really matter. Now, this is as good as any place to go ahead and set up a little bit of a base. So let's just do that. I don't even know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll be good enough. I'm really worried about creepers because these creepers can also be John Cena creepers. We haven't seen one of those in a long time because I've kind of avoided mobs. We're not going to be able to avoid mobs on here anymore. So, yeah, there can be some issues. But let's go ahead and just build up a little bit of a house. And then we can start exploring around. So, as you can see, we need oxygen on the moon. Makes sense, there's no air here, but it is a really pretty sky. It is really pretty. Like, Galacticraft does a couple things very well. One of those is not terrain generation. So there is a big secret with Galacticraft that's not really a secret because like everybody knows it. But it is a very exploitable, I guess not really oversight, but almost a laziness. And I don't mean that in like a negative way, just it is a thing that the mod maker did to make this code easier. Because there's a lot of planets and stuff you can have. Alright, so let's get rid of some of this stuff. We have moon turf. We're going to want lights. You know, something I didn't bring was wood. And what we'll want is we need to grab our... Let's see, we can put our rocket and all this stuff away. We're going to want this guy. Shift bound it. And put him back. This is the overworld. We'll put him right here. And the neat thing is, these guys only have so many uses, unless you put them on a pedestal. I have to figure out how to put them on a pedestal. That's fine. That's fine. So we should be able to go ahead. It's probably a can I right click this? No. I don't want to shift right click. How do you put them on a pedestal? Let's grab our draconic tablet and see. Do we not have a draconic tablet yet? I thought we did. Is it in here? Don't see it. So it must be not made. So draconic tablet. What is it called? This guy. Yeah, the draconic evolution information tablet thing. So we need some cobblestone smelted up into stone. We have a bunch of stone. and let's just see what this has to say about things. So, this is the basically the in-game guide for Draconic Evolution. Super useful, and I want to see Charm of Dislocation. So it's 10 uses, and then yep. It doesn't work very well, but if you put it on a pedestal, it does a lot better. Where are the pedestals? This guy. Simply right-click with a charm in your hand to place it on a pedestal, then right. Okay, so for some reason it just didn't work. That's fine. So what we'll do, put these guys in there, and I need to turn my magnet off for a second. So we're just gonna put this stuff back away, and I'll deal with that later. So we're gonna come down here. Worst case scenario, we get teleported to the moon again. So it is a right click on the dislocator pedestal. Perfect. And then we right click it again, and we should be on the moon. Alright, and then we're gonna make something easy. We're gonna, for the time being, we're gonna grab this guy. I didn't keep it. Maybe it doesn't, I don't know. Didn't like it, but anyways, right click the pedestal. There we go. So now we have a way back and forth from the moon. And first thing we should do is waypoint this as our base. We can turn that off. And yeah, gravity is slower, obviously, on the moon. And we'll need to get a couple of things, but eventually what we'll do is we'll grab some wood to make sure we have plenty of like a trap door and a normal door. And I just want to see, do we need any quests? No, the quest is just to go get stuff. And then Cheezord is the other thing we'll need. But for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly around, and we're looking for something very specific. And is this it? No, but there looks like there's some Cheezord down there. So what we need to find is a dungeon, and this is not gonna be fun at night, but whatever. It shouldn't be too bad, to be honest. We need to find a dungeon, and the dungeons are usually found under in the craters. And the neat thing about Galacticraft, which is the quote-unquote oversight that I was talking about, is once you find one dungeon on one planet, every single other planet will have a dungeon in that exact location. So there is a trick you can use, and I think this is a dungeon right here. Yes, that is a dungeon down there. So all we have to do is waypoint this, new, and turn it on for every single planet. Callisto, Triton, all the moons, everything. Europa. Extra planets adds a lot of stuff. I don't know about asteroids. Kepler, Eris, Ceres, Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, everything. And this will allow us to find yeah, that will allow us to find all of the find dungeons on any of the planets very easily, because it will be on the same place on every single planet. So there is a lot of stuff down there, and I think we're gonna want to wait for the time being. I just want to see what this is. That is dense copper ore. But yeah, this is a dungeon. There's a lot of zombies down here. There are a lot of zombies. and we'll come back. Because that's terrifying to me right now. So, our base was this direction. We do need to find some cheese. So if we can find some cheese pretty quickly, pretty easily, that would be nice. Now, if we look at cheese ore, how hard is it to get that? If I can spell it right. Do we have some, like... we do not have any, like, information on that. No, like, Y-level type stuff or anything like that, which is a bummer, but we can live. So, what we can do... So there is our base. It looks like there's some cheese ore right there. There's also a bunch of things. So let's kill the creepers. And the zombies. And I don't see anything. Just looking for cheese ore. I don't think that there's any other ores on the moon. I mean, obviously there are some ores, but I don't think there's any other special ores. Meteoric iron is something you can find decently plentiful on the moon, but it's not something that I care too much about. And that goes straight to bedrock. So let's make sure we're not going to get jumped on by anything. Magnet is off currently. And let's just kind of look around a little bit. We can make glowstone torches pretty easily. So that's copper. Cheese ore shouldn't be too hard to find. Let's see, that is all. I don't know where those guys are. I think they're on the surface. I hope they're on the surface. Creepers are probably the worst enemy we have right now, especially in these close quarters. They will kill us if it's a John Cena. That is the worst thing that could happen to us right at this time. But in all fairness, we could get our stuff back. We just wouldn't be able to, like... The hardest part about getting our stuff back is the oxygen. So there's a bunch of stuff over there. What's gonna be the best way to find some cheese? Just come over to this way. That scared me. Oh, wow, I actually jumped. To be fair, like, this is incredibly dangerous. Dealing with all these mobs and everything like that. So let's kind of expand our range of influence. Stay away from the creepers. And that should be a lot better. Okay, so something else we can do is vein mine, which is kind of a whatever type of thing. Let's do it. It does get to be day every once in a while on here, but the day-night cycle, there's some cheese right there. So let's just take that. And we should be able to complete that quest, I think. What all do we need? Hey, it's becoming daylight. That is nice. So what do we need for the cheese quest? We need a block of cheese. So usage is for a cheese curd. And we'll need 8 of those with a bucket of milk. It's a cheesel. That's funny. Alright, so any other ways to get this? Nope. So we need 8 cheese ores. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until it's actually day. And then we're going to basically just vein mine. Because why not? Let's kill the creepers. Blizzes. Skeletons have 2 bows. Zombies are faster. Basically just a lot of nastiness. So what we can do is just something like that. And then I don't know. Turn our magnet off. Throw all this away. And if we had a void null, that would be useful. I don't think I can make one up here. Or sorry, it's a null void. One of these guys. No, we need an apple. I don't have an apple. Be cool if we could get stuff like that. Alright, well, what we can do is head back to the surface, to the overworld. We will throw this stuff away. Go ahead and I'll right click that. So we need Safari Net. Let's grab a void. And Safari Nets, we have too many. Time to put a cap on those. It didn't work. There we go. So getting a null void should be relatively easy. There we go. Dev null. That's what they're called. And then evidently our portal gun does not work. So I think it's R? Yeah. Okay. Well, good to know. Portal gun doesn't work across dimensions for whatever reason, so we'll just keep that here. And time to go back to the moon. We'll take on the dungeon probably in the next episode, or at least at another time. I think we can break it. Yeah, that'll work. So let's turn on our magnet. Do that. Fly out here. It is still becoming daylight. It'll take a while. There's a bunch of moon rock. And need to fly up high enough so that we can dev null them. Shift Q. And it's all gone. So, yeah, we should be able to do something like this and find all the cheese ore we could want. Too hungry to use vein miner. Uh-oh. Need to eat. And there's that. So we have 2. 2 out of 8. So, a little bit more vein mining. Should be able to do this pretty easily. And get all the cheese we need. And there's some more. So we just kind of keep doing this. Looks like the cheese ore is relatively uncommon, but like any Y level. And plenty of moon rock we don't really need. That opened up. Alright, so we just need a little bit more. And we'll get the block of cheese. And honestly, that'll probably be about the episode. So there's some more cheese. What do we need? Like 3 more? It's not too bad. Let's go this way. A little bit farther. I went too far for hunger. And as you can see, there's not really much else that we're finding. But on other planets, we are going to want to kind of do this a little bit just to try to get the different materials that we're going to need. For example, I believe Mars has Dash, which is super useful. Used to make a lot of the next tier stuff. And there's also new music on all the planets, or at least for the planets. Alright, so running out of cheese in this chunk. Just dig this way. And yeah, not really finding any cheese. Going through my toast supplies pretty quickly though. That's not that much of an issue. It's just a matter of time to make some toast. Alright, so let's go up a little bit. Actually, let's go up about right here. Try to find some more cheese. And see if we can have any luck. There's some. So 2 more pieces, and we'll have all the cheese we need for the quest. And that's all I care about. I believe it's a lot like cake, which is disgusting in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of cheese, except mozzarella cheese. I do like mozz, but yeah, think like cheddar cheese, which I think is what the classic cheese for what the moon is made of. That does not sound good to me. So I don't see anything. Apologies because I realize it is probably dark on YouTube. YouTube does not like the lack of lighting. And there it is. There's the last piece of cheese. So let's get out of here. But as you can see, it is day. Day is so much nicer. Nice and bright. And the day-night cycle is incredibly long. So let's get out of here. We'll go cook up our cheese and make everything we need. So we'll need a bucket of milk. That is not too bad. Can throw this stuff in here. Let's see. That gets cooked up. Turn that off. That in there. And we just need a bucket of milk. So buckets we have plenty of. We're also going to want more bread into toast. And we should have a cow still. Do we have just a normal cow? You are a normal cow. Perfect. Okay, so that is pretty much going to be it for this episode. Once we make this block of cheese. There we go. And the quest is completed. So we're going to get a chance cube and a reward bag, and then also makes the timeless satellite, which, like I've said before, we're not going to worry about making the satellite. It's not something we need to do, but we had all that stuff in our inventory at one time, so it counts. So we'll put that away, that away. We have an epic and a good. So the good reward bag is some invisible bedrock. That's not very good. The epic is mana lenses. Alright, well, it was worth a shot. Oh well, none of that's really that good. So I am going to end the episode off here. Next time, I think we're going to go ahead and try to take on the moon dungeon and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!